Hi, welcome to the News of the Now. I'm Jane, and I am reporting on the forces that are impacting your life. But first, let's presence with a breath, please. Thank you. Feels much better for me. So, I first of all believe that the body is extremely intelligent and reality is being shaped by how we're engaging in every now moment. So we're not just watching the world pass by, we're actively creating it and shaping it with every thought, word, and action. So I'm here as a guide and a mirror, and I work with the 4 foundational frequencies of love, acceptance, compassion, and creativity. So these frequencies are the living codes that restore coherence to humanity. It's kind of big. Yay. And so I'm just here to invite you also for the next few minutes to remember your unique gift on this path, on your path in this infinite living web, and to truly participate in creation. Because what I saw today that I was called to share was this wavelength. So I saw this in the field, the quantum field of the reality that we're living in. I saw this wavelength. This wavelength that I saw was not a natural wavelength whatsoever. This was a man-made frequency that has been designed for humans to jump on, to join, to catch this wave, right? And what I'm talking about here, for just a point of reference, is if you've ever been in a place and maybe you've been grumbly and someone is in a really good mood, how either they might shift their really good mood into grumble butt like you might be, or you might shift into the joyful place that they are. Because one of you caught the wave of the energetic frequency that typically feels like an emotion for us sensitive humans. That's how we feel energy and motion, is through emotional bodies. But we can catch the wave, we can catch a wave if you've ever been to like a protest. You can maybe get into that like rah energy. If you've ever been a part of a peace walk, you can get into the energy of peace. If you've ever been into a church, you might be able to catch the vibe of all of the hymns that have been sung there, and you walk in and you just feel this energy, okay? So this is the point of reference. So this frequency that I saw, it's very big. It's like we have all of these other frequencies that we're moving as in the field. Okay, we each have our own. When we're living in harmonic resonance with ourself, like our divine self, our higher self, our future self, our conscious, aware, present self, whatever the words are that resonate for you, it's all the same thing. But when we do that, the frequency that we are living in has a steady amplitude, okay? And my amplitude is not going to be the same as your amplitude, but because we're coming from a place of alignment, they create a harmonic resonance. They create like a symphony of life. Okay, because everything has their own and emits their own frequency. So what I saw though, so here we are, do 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 do. Oh wait, pausing this. So if you're do 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 do, but you're not, say, maybe aligned or in a present conscious now, then your frequency might look like this and then kind of jump and almost like an irregular heartbeat. You know the machines that show that? Almost like that, where it's just kind of spastastic. There's nothing wrong with it, but that creates a chaotic experience for the human, especially via their emotional body and their mental body. So it might be like, I don't know what to do with my life. I feel so confused. Oh dear. And then the emotional body might be like, I feel so happy. And then I just want to cry and I just want to kill something. And then like all over the place. Okay. So that's common for people. That's so common. It's that distorted frequency bandwidth is common. And distorted frequency bandwidths that are kind of all over the place really are seeking homeostasis. They're seeking balance. We are always seeking a state of peace as a body. every body is. It's our natural state is peace. So we're always like seeking it on a level that maybe we don't even think about, okay? So if we're in spastastic mode, right, which is real easy right now because most people aren't in their bodies, many people aren't in their heart. Many people are just so weighed down in this giant brain that's like, I just need to think about everything and make a story about everything, and I don't want to feel anything. Okay, so in the desire for the form to want to feel homeostasis and to feel peace within itself, it will catch the wave of whatever is most convenient. So if you're in that spastastic and you go out into the woods and you're like in the trees, your frequency is going to change. You're going to catch the wave, the frequency of the natural harmonic orchestra that the forest itself is emitting. And so you leave and you feel better. Okay? Well, if you don't do that, or you don't have access to that, or you're just like, I'm not a nature person. I don't want to go down to the waters. I don't want to go sit on the earth. I want to be in my little cocoon of my concrete building with all of the Wi-Fi. Then what happens is the body is still wanting to catch a wave. So the wave that many are catching, if they're not going in like out into nature to reconcile their harmonic frequency, and they're not like creating it themselves by coming into presence into their body, feeling their feels and doing the process, then the wave that they catch is going to be the one that I saw. Check it. So the wave that I saw, it's big. I don't know. I mean, like it literally was like just a larger amplitude. It was like, it's like if everything is drawn with like a writing tool that's like a 0.1 size, then what I saw was like a 5. You know, it was just like a thicker, fatter, bigger, like a big Sharpie marker being written over all of these other harmonic frequency bandwidths. So humans will catch that wave. The thing about that wave, this is the important part, is that wave has been programmed, because every wave is a set of data. It's transmitting data in the field through photons, electrons, pulses, sound waves, light waves, like you name it. That the mode in which that data moves is through the oscillations. So the data that's been imbued in this big daddy Sharpie marker frequency situation, this wavelength, like I see it as like big, thick black line in a world of like a whole lot of like iridescent, rainbowy colors. And it's been imbued with fear. It's been imbued with lack. You're never enough. You're never going to be enough. There's never enough. You don't have enough money. Judgment, totally. The like, hey, everyone else is wrong, or hey, you're wrong all the time. And stagnation, meaning we get sucked into it and we don't create, we don't move. We become like just bleh, like almost like a zombie, but at least zombies kind of move a little bit, right? Anyway, so what I saw was this frequency that's being pulsed out into the field. It's being pulsed out through the medias. So through social media, through the news, through other frequency emanating machines. So I'm very careful with what the words I use. So I hope you understand what I'm saying. Anyway, and if you don't, that's fine too. But my point though, is that it's so easy to catch that wave and we don't even know it. Even if you're on like this path of presence, you might find yourself like, how did I just spend an hour on TikTok? Or whatever other doom scrolling situation it is, right? Or catching news that is, one of those CNN, Fox, NBC, ABC, CBS, like whatever that, like, that's still just like one big mega corporation that is feeding that data, and that data is being fed with certain messages that aren't even subliminal. They're like in your face. So anyway, the forces that are impacting your life is this big frequency that's being pulsed out, because lots of humans aren't, a lot of humans are catching that wave for sure. There are a lot of humans that aren't. There are a lot of humans that are like turning off their phone, that are, people are still in Lent and other, ritual timelines of presence and prayer and meditation and things of that nature. So a lot of those people are like creating their own frequencies of, like, we'll say peace or alignment, for lack of better words in this now. And so the more humans that are connecting back in nature, connecting in community, connecting with their body, connecting with their breath, connecting with creativity, creative expression, movement, dance, meditation, prayer, which a lot of people are, because this is a crazy time and people are like, I gotta go and resource my own tools. So that there are more frequencies out there that are in these like beautiful tones, if you will, different octaves. And these are all starting to harmonize together, but they don't want us to see that. They don't want us to feel that. They don't want us to know that we're actually supported by more humans and more nature and more of great spirit and the angels and the ancestors and all of these light beings through every now ever, that are all actually supporting us through the frequencies. We are the frequencies. So what they're doing is they're pumping this big boop, 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 for people to jump on and get so distracted that they think that that's the only frequency, that that's the only reality, that that's the only option. And it's not. This is my point too. That's not the only option. If you've caught that wave, if you find yourself catching that wave, just take a breath and be like, oh shit, I just caught a wave that was like bringing me anxiety, bringing me depression, bringing me stress, bringing me lack. Bringing me fear of nature, fear of my neighbors, fear of people that have been labeled by whatever religious sect they're in, or whatever land that they come from, or whatever their like ethnic or religious heritage is, whatever. So that if you find yourself being eliciting these deep feelings of like, I'm glitching, or you start to feel really numb and hollow and hopeless and helpless, nothing's wrong with these feelings, but just notice, is it because you started to tap into your body and you started to feel these like really deeply rooted pain points that you want to clear and shit? Or did you catch a wave because you're feeling that way because maybe you just scrolled for half an hour or an hour or a day? There are frequencies, and it's a big one frequency that's, like I said, it's been programmed with a multitude of energies that we feel as emotions. It works on our emotional body. Don't worry, it also works on our physical body. So you might be feeling like just physically, and it works on the mental body, because that's like the whole motherboard of the computer system kind of sort of thing that the human biology is. It's electric. Boogie. So just notice where you are, how you're feeling, what you're feeling. Go back into your body, like feel your body. And if you're like, what do you mean feel my body? Like stand there and just feel your feet. Like feel your feet, feel your legs, breathe into your body. Just stop what you're doing and come back to the sensations. Like you can touch your body and just come back to the physical form, because this is what is real. Come back to your heart, because this is what is real. The distorted frequencies are projecting not only data that's like glitching us out away from our true nature, our harmonic resonance tones that want to harmonize literally with each other and life itself. And instead, it's taking us and it's glitching us out, and it's putting us into this pattern where we have days where we're like high, but the high days are the days when people are like, we all need to fight now. Yeah, I want to tell everybody how wrong they are. Yeah, I'm going to tell everybody how right I am because, yeah, I'm right. And then the down days are when we're like, I can't handle it. I can't handle it. I want to die. I want to, I'm done. And I'm not saying that these experiences aren't natural, but when the whole collective is receiving the same data through a screen, and then they take it on as the only reality that's being played out in the field, they then respond to that. So they create the reality that is going to mirror the frequencies that have been programmed into this artificial energy. No energy is artificial. This inauthentic frequency. As opposed to noticing it and being like, what? Skirt, readjust. And then coming back into our own harmonic tone. And it might be a little wonky, you know, like those, like the heart monitors, like I said, that get all, you know, they're tools, they're resources, they're guides to help like align the harmonic frequency so that like your baseline is that of love, or your baseline is that of peace, or your baseline is that of gratitude. Like we have natural baselines. If we haven't found the natural baseline, if we haven't tapped into it, if we haven't really anchored it into like who we are, then we may not even intentionally get caught up in that big ass frequency that isn't natural. We might just get swept away by it and don't even know how it happened. This is going to happen to the empaths with no boundaries. No, like the empaths that don't have like energetic boundaries and don't know how to hold grace, because that's the frequency of the boundary, then they literally are going to get swept away in this. These are the forces that are like literally impacting life right now. They're so big. And the solution for it that I encourage is, again, come back to your body, come back to your breath, come back to movement, come back to creativity, come back to acceptance, come back to peace, come back to love, come back to like the energy of like, fuck it. I mean, really, we live eternally now. It's always now. It's always now. Nothing beyond this now has ever been created. Ever, 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 ever. So whenever you're watching this, remember that. Like, oh shit, nothing beyond this right now moment has ever been created. I can do what I want. I can say what I want. I can create how I want. And I know that I have the forces of the universe, of great spirit, of the angels, the guides, the ancestors, the star beings, the spirit of all of the trees and the water and the wind, and just like everything is literally working with me. And jump on that wave. Jump on that wave. That's a way more fun wave to jump on than the ones of like, there's never gonna be enough. Bullshit. There's more than enough. The earth is far more vast than what humans have been taught in schools. She regenerates herself all the time. When we remember that and we help her regenerate, boy howdy, talk about the abundance. Like for real. When we do that individually, our frequency starts to get a little new rhythm to it. And then my rhythm and your rhythm start to do this. And then we're starting to do a little dance groove together. And then we've created a whole new symphony on earth. It starts with the word, it's sound, it's cymatics. So notice what wave you're jumping in. Notice if there's a wave that's pulling you and taking you, and if it's making you smile like you're just like riding this wave of bliss. Or if you're riding a wave that you feel like you're like being submerged and like the waves are crashed and you can't catch a breath. And you just need somebody to pull your ass up. Just notice. Pause. Come back to now. Come back to now. When you come back to the now, the body, the mind, the spirit as this whole big like unit of goodness, you empower yourself in the now. When we become aware of the now, we become God. Because we are that. We are the one. We are an aspect of the source. We're a drop in the ocean. We're the ocean in a drop. So, note the frequencies. This is the force that I wanted to share about that I am sensing so big. So, and one more thing. If you're not really catching a wave and you want to catch a wave and you're like, I'm not around people that have waves that I want to catch, sometimes you have to create your own wave. You can do that through like dancing, through meditating, through just like moving your body and like getting into it, and like repetitive motions. That's why a lot of Kundalini practices work so well, because there's this repetitive motion about it. So, I mean, even if you just stand and you rock enough, eventually everything in you is going to start to feel like it's like life is moving you, like rocking. Many things you can twist, like whatever, okay? And then feel that energy of the literal wave that you just shifted. You created a new oscillation in your field. When you do that, then you can add whatever emotion you want into it, whatever energy. So you can start laughing because you're just like, I'm just sitting here rocking. This is great. Like, oh, humans fun. Humans fun. Fun human fun. Okay? And maybe you catch the wave of joy. You don't have to do anything with it. You just catch it and you just feel it and you're like, fuck yeah. Okay? Or you might just be like, oh my God, I'm so grateful that I have a body that can rock back and forth. Oh my God, I'm so grateful. And I have a roof over my head right now. And I'm not out in the elements because they're a little bit more uncomfortable than I want to be prepared for. And I'm so grateful. And like, then you start to feel the gratitude, like whatever it is. So in that you can create the wavelength and then you can share it. And how do you share it? You just be it. You don't have to like take your joy and like, here, take my wavelength. It does not work that way at all. It has to feel natural, right? Because it's a natural frequency. People will catch the wave. It just happens. So that's what I wanted to share today. Yeah. So thank you for tuning into this transmission of the Eternal Now. Truly, deeply grateful. I want to leave you with one reminder, and it's that goodness, God, the one, is here. And you are a part of it. So take that one with you. Okay. Thank you. I'll see you on another now. Ciao.